Hey everybody, welcome back to Tales of Eternia, the greatest Tales game of all time. One of the greatest tales. So, as promised, I'm going to be using Farah for a while. Change her status to Kung Fu Master instead of Farmer. Makes her sound much cooler. But yeah, in our last episode we arrived in Celestia. So let's check it out. A whole new world. I just love the ambiance of this place. The music, is really creepy. The battle music also changes here. I kind of prefer the Eternia one since that's the classic Fighting of the Spirit battle music, but the battle music here is also really good. But yeah, just the eerie atmosphere of this place is really nice, plus the change of the music and the enemies as well. Let's see if we can get into a fight here. So you'll notice the battle music is different for Celestia, and that's a good thing, and it's actually a pretty good tune also. I really like the battle music in both worlds, to be honest. This place also has the night and day cycle. So first we are in Aymin, Meridy's hometown. The characters are a little worried that, because they're from Eternia, they're, maybe going to be discriminated against or something. Kind of like Celestians are hated in Eternia, but Meredy says it's just the opposite. Here they're not enemies; they're perfectly welcome. So Eternia's got the wrong idea. It's like, you guys are Eternians, huh? And Keel's surprised they can understand because they have the earrings. They can understand the Melniks. I love it. Suddenly pull guns on them. And they introduce themselves. And they're actually just showing their wares. These three run the kind of weapons shop and armor shops. And so they're showing their wares to the new travelers, not actually pulling their weapons on them. But that pretty much freaked them out. As I'm sure it would be anybody. So our characters are going to have a look around town while Farah is going to take a rest in Meredy's house. That was Meredy's house, by the way. If I do a lot of shopping and whatnot, I'll just be cutting it. That way you don't have to watch me sitting in menus all the time. But I do want to kind of show the town a little bit. Just like the really nice detail, the soft colors, just everything about this game, the towns and the scenarios, the enemies, it's all just so good. But as you can see, Celestia is very much more high-tech than Eternia. Eternia is more like the medieval swords, and weapons age. Here it's more high-tech looking things. Machines, generators, all kinds of interesting stuff. So here's the three from the beginning, and they were just trying to get us interested in their shop by brandishing their weapons. That would definitely not work in America. You'd be shot immediately. So you can shop there, get some weapons. Medity is explaining about the sort of Kramal engine. This is what produces their energy. Of course, Keel's super excited about everything. Huh, Melody's prince, huh? So they think these two are Melody's prince? Her lovers, basically. And she can have as many as she wants, apparently, in this world. But hey, this is that first thing I mentioned in the beginning of the game. This guy gives us this little mini game for the Pocket Station. So you can pull out your Pocket Station and link it, to this game, and you can play these mini games from Tales of Eternia. So what a great world here, right? Apparently you can have one lady with as many lovers as she wants. But anyway, this is the little Pocket Station minigame. You can download and upload information, and you got to use the PlayStation Network, and it's basically like a little mini Game Boy game sort of thing. Once again, I don't know if the Pocket Station was ever available in the United States or the West. It didn't last long. It wasn't a really, big popular thing. It was just sort of a mini handheld for the PlayStation 1. As everybody knows, every system had its own handheld at the time. NES had the Game Boy, and since that was such a big thing, PlayStation thought, well, let's make our own portable system, and they called it the Pocket Station. But I don't think it really caught on very well. But if you do have one, there's some interesting mini games that came with Tales of Eternia, which was kind of cool. I don't think very many of the Tales games did this, where you could, if you had the game, you could get bonus games on a different system kind of thing. So I'm just going to check out all the buildings here real quick. With Medity, we're going to go around and just get a tour of the town. So this guy is surprised. He's the sort of blacksmith. An Amphibian. Yes, we are inferior. If that's what you're implying. It's like they don't have the crystal in their forehead, or the gem. So everybody here has a gem, in their forehead, except of course for our main characters. One of the differences between Celestians and Amphibians. But Keel wants to see more, so he's going to go around with Medity to the library. And Rid is, kind of worried about Farah, so he's going to pretend like he's, checking in for the night. He's tired, so he's gonna take a break. Rain check.
真っ暗じゃねえか。
The scene always freaked me out. Like, it's all dark and he finds the light switch.
これどうやったら明るくなるんだ？
And suddenly Farah's just sitting there.
あら、どうしたんだよ、明かりもつけずに。
別にちょっと考え事してただけ。
So this is kind of one of those, emotional scenes where,
一度にいろんなことが
you know,
起きたんだ
Farah
な。
is kind of wondering about her
メルディ
choices.
が
And
落ちてきて、
did she really do
大
this
奨
for
霊たち
selfish
と出会って
reasons? And what in the
ワ
world
ロ
is
ス
she
山に
doing
登っ
here?
て、
What was the point of her coming
あ
here?
げく王国の兵士を倒
And
して
Rid
セレ
will
ステ
be
ィアま
trying
で
to
来ち
cheer
ま
her
っ
up
た。
a bit.
わかんなくなっちゃったよ。
It's like, we've come a long way, haven't we? And Farah's like, I just don't understand. It's like,
私
why am I
どうし
wanting
て
to
メ
help
ロディを助けて
Medity?
あげようって思ってるの？
Why did I think I could?
正確だろ。たとえそれがおせっかいであろうとも、みんなのために頑張らず
Rid's
にはい
like,
られ
of
ない
course
性
you want to
格。
help, other people, a person that's in trouble or in need.
わかんない。私も今まで
But
性格を
Farah
理
is
由にして
thinking
た。
that, maybe this is
何も
just
考え
her
ないで
running away,
本能のまま行動してた。
pretending like she's really helping somebody, but in fact that's the
けどそれ
excuse.
って
She's just
レースの言ってた
running
通
away
り、
from something,
ただ逃げてるだけなのか
from
も。
her life maybe, from her responsibilities.
何から？
It's kind of what she's thinking.
わかんないよ。自分がわかんない。信じられ
She's
ないん
not
だ。
sure about herself anymore.
レイスは最後の一振りができなかった。俺は
Rid
好
is
きだ
saying
らけ
it's
で
too bad that we
反
couldn't
撃する
see
きっ
eye
か
to
けはい
eye
く
with
らでもあっ
Race.
たのに、
When they fought
レイ
him
ス
at
は
the tower,
そうしなかった。
they have different objectives, and their objective is to, help
レイスも迷って
people
た
and
んだ
help
と
the
思う
world.
ぜ。あんだけ立派な
But Race
地位
is the
と
one
頭
that's
を持ってるレイ
confused,
スだって、やっぱり
Being,
迷
an
ってたんだ。
excellent knight and, high level service to the king, but he seems to
自
be
分
the
のこ
one
とを
that's,
何もかも分かって
confused
る
and
人間なんて
uncertain of what
い
he
ないん
should
じ
be
ゃねえか
doing,
な。何が正しい
whereas
とか
we are
悪
the
いとか、
ones that are
そ
doing
んな
what's
の
right.
すぐに分かるわけねえもん。
そっか。そうだよね。
Sometimes Rid has some wisdom.
それにファラが考え事なんてしてると風車が止まっちまう。
なんですって？失礼しちゃうな。
Rid there says that, it's rare for Farah to be
Well, there's a-
thinking.
おやすみ。
Usually she just jumps right in, beats up the bad guys, saves everybody, but she never sits there pondering things.
おやすみ、リッド。
So he was kind of joking there to break her out of her reverie, her kind of depression. So apparently we took a nap, slept all night, and Keel's bed is empty. That's the guy's room apparently. One of those bizarre machines that only Celestians can use. So Farah is awake. Ohio. Rid is saying, Keel didn't come home, and Farah realizes Medity didn't get up early. She also didn't come home, apparently. Uh-oh. Were they kidnapped? Well, time to go find them, but first, gotta check all these things I can't read. See if there's a Wonder Chef. I like how you can turn the lights on and off. Suddenly there's a little robot there in the corner. That's obviously not a suspicious object at all. I'm still curious in the English version how they changed all the recipes. Because most of these recipes people wouldn't understand, straight up Japanese food. So they must have modified them somehow. So the guy's gone. He was standing in the way. And so we go into the library here to find Melody and Keel. Originally the path here is blocked, so it's a little confusing to know that you're supposed to come here and find Keel and Melody poring over the books. It's like, what is wrong with you? You've been forcing Melody to be up all night? He's like super hyped about Celestia and stuff. Frid's like, it's morning already, dude. It's like, morning? Wow, that's quick. But that's good. Now we have all day to work on this. And of course, Melody just collapses. What a Keel lacks in stamina. For moving around, he definitely doesn't lack in being able to stay up for days on end when it comes to research. So we dropped Melody off at home, and she took a little nap, and now she's talking in Melnix to the wall. So basically that's the Erara Denwa. Erara is the crystal in their head. So it's a telephone system that they can use to talk to, you know, people for far distances. Because Infidia hasn't invented the telephone yet. And she mentions Garenos, which if you remember in the beginning of the game, Garenos is the old man that saw her off in the intro cutscene. Time for some silk. Oh yeah. Smack you round. So basically we need to go see the old man. Hey, new skill. Nice. The elderly gentleman that saw Melody off in her spaceship when we first started this game. He is apparently very wise, and he'll know what we have to do next. See, now here in Celestia, they have the JR. This is the JR Chuo-sen, Chuo Rapid Line in Tokyo. Call it the Orange Line. Incredibly fast, rapid line that goes through the heart of Tokyo. So they even have it here in Eternia. See, it's kind of cool when you get here to Celestia. They got all this technology instead of the sort of old style stuff in Infidia. More modern things. But apparently we're missing a energy Framill cage. And we need to head back to Iman to pick up the energy core for the train.
Melody、
So back we go.
メルディ
And I'll be going ahead and, skipping some of the walks back and forth if I have to do, a lot of backtracking.
どういう
Keel's wondering what her relationship is with the elderly gentleman.
有名どうだろうなけど立派な奨
She
励技
doesn't
術の
understand
研
a
究
lot of
者
the
だよ
words, but yeah, I think
奨励
Keel's a
鉄道の
little
免許の
jealous,
説明したりな
kind of jealous of
そんなすごい研究者と
any other guy that's with Medity.
ガレノスはメルディがお師匠
She
さん
says Garanos is, her kind of mentor.
お前研究者なのか嘘だ
Caretaker.
卵だよガレノスの研究大変だからメルディ手伝ってるよ
So Medity is just his assistant.
なるほど
So Keel's thankful.
小
Oh,
遣いって
okay.
ところだろうな
Not like a serious relationship.
それでガレノスに頼まれてインフェリアに来たってわけか
He says, so, Garanos
レデュース
is the one that had you come to, Infidia to pick us up, and help.
ガレノスはもっと大変な研究がやってるから
But
な
it wasn't
メルディ
Garanos, it
は
was
そのお手
Melody,
伝いできなかった
Medity herself that decided,
妥当な役割分担だ
to come down
ガ
for
レノスは
various
他に弟
reasons.
子がいねえのか
今はメルディ
So
が
Garanos doesn't have any
メ
children.
ルディはガレノスにはいっぱい世話になってる
Medity, he, sort of helped Medity when she was young. So he owes a lot to her. Or she owes a lot to him. I keep reversing things a lot. Maybe because I'm thinking in Japanese, which is often reversed. So we need to go to the place here with the triple, the three workers or whatever that we saw when we first came to town. Talk to this guy and we can buy this giant cannon-looking thing for 2,000 gold. What a ripoff! That should pay for our trip and then some, right? Plus us picking up, bringing it back. So you got to buy that giant thing that's lying on the ground. Go back to the train station. And it's funny, he's just the engineer. He doesn't drive the train. He's the station manager. That's why everybody had the sort of sweat drop. Which means, guess what? We get to drive the train. That's right, in Celestia, if you want to go somewhere, you get to drive the train. So Keel's going to try to figure it out here. Wouldn't that be great? If you wanted to go somewhere, it's alright, pay your ticket, get on the train, you get to drive it yourself wherever you want to go. So, because of the motion, Keel's not feeling too good. And this is going to be sort of a hint. Yeah, Keel gets car sick, air sick, motion sick, sea sick. You're going to have to sit in the back. That's a really nice coach, actually. Really nice looking train, to be honest. Just, the detail they put into this game is just amazing. Still keeping with the kind of cutesy pixel graphics. At the same time, the detail is just really nice, really smooth. Everything's just really cool looking. Here we go. Oh yeah, so it's been a while. I remember this is actually a mini game. It's kind of impressive they just did this as an entire mini game. I mean, we already did a couple mini games in Infidia, And there's several, mini games here in Celestia as well. This is the train driving mini game. What's ironic is like this sort of thing is super popular in Japan. I mean, you've got like so many JR riding simulators for multiple game systems. You can even, I guess I have the brake on here. It's been a while since I've done this. That's why I'm moving so slow. Okay, there we go. It's kind of counterintuitive. But basically I have to speed up and go along here and then stop at the red lines you can see on the map up there at the top of the screen to deliver messages. Deliver packages and messages and pick them up and take them from one to the next. That's kind of how the minigame works. And I think you get a prize if you do it perfect. Yeah, I stopped too soon. So I guess the bar needs to be a little close. So there's the place I was supposed to stop. And once you're moving at the slowest pace, you can't really stop again. So I missed that checkpoint. That's funny. As far as like cussing Rid out, like, dude, you missed the spot totally. You were supposed to stop there. It's like, I don't know how to drive this thing. Yeah, the graphics are actually pretty good for this. You got like bridges and trees and mountains on the side, and curves in the track, and it's like they put a lot of work into this just for this is it, just for a mini game that you'll probably only play once. But kind of a neat little mini game. Stop. Okay, so I got that one. And Medity jumps off, delivers a letter to the person nearby. And she gives us a letter to deliver to somebody else. Kind of standing awfully close to the tracks, wasn't she? Yeah, like I was saying, you can even buy this little control unit. Like you can buy the zapper and the power glove and other various little fishing rod for fishing games. You can buy an entire sort of control panel that the JR Japan rail systems uses for controlling the train, and it looks just like the real thing. And you plug it into your game and you just play JR Line Simulator. And they are like super popular games. There's like a lot of fans. And all you do is just drive the train in the game. You can skip stations by accident and get in trouble. If you go too fast, you'll overstep the platform, etc., etc. So it basically simulates you just being a driver, a train engineer for the Japan rail system. And yeah, it's sickening like how many of those there are. Some of them are actually pretty fun, but I can't really see driving a train as a game that I would really enjoy for very long. But to each his own. You got those train enthusiasts out there somewhere. If so, this is for you. Train driving game. It's like he's crying. He finally got a letter. Apparently it's been a while. Well, I delivered them all correctly except the first one. Couldn't quite remember how to do this. Not really all that difficult, so. And we have arrived. That was fun. Rid, you did a pretty good job. For the first time ever, driving a train from a different world. With no training, of course, Keel's not feeling too good. Yeah, cool train, and it's my hats off to the developers for putting a train simulation minigame in there. Keel is definitely not okay. Keeps saying he's okay, which is annoying, but yeah, he's not. Hey, I wanted to see those shops here. So we're at this next station. Let me go back in real quick. I wanted to take a look at the shops. The stations, of course, are small, but they might have something good. So let me just check here. Make sure everybody's topped off. Food. So let me just make sure I have something like 10 of every ingredient. Is always a good thing to carry with you, because you pick up ingredients, while you fight battles often. And if you buy the max of every single item, then the drops from enemies are kind of useless, and you've actually wasted your money. So I kind of keep 10 of everything in my stock, because you'll get some for free anyway. There's a tunnel over there, but we are going to head on over here to where the old man lives. And if you notice, this looks like, it's like totally wrecked. This is Ruishka village. And surprisingly, it's totally wasted. And Rid is surprised that somebody would even live here. Keel comments it looks like a bomb hit this place, like a nuclear warhead or something. And we're gonna wander around and try to find the old man. But I see we're at the 30-minute mark in this video, so once we find the old man and get to his house, I think we'll quit. And in the next episode, we'll see what he has to say and continue on from there. By the way, we get to drive the train again and do an extra mini-game. But that'll all be in the next episode. So I want to thank everybody for watching. We'll see you in the next one. じゃあ皆さん、またね